good afternoon, everyone. So today I will continue my reading from this book. According to the early research pulled from the internet, World World Tribes Missions was headquartered in Houston, Texas. Founded in 1920, the organization had 4,000 missionaries spread around the world, working exclusively with native peoples. Its sole purpose and goal was to spread the Christian gospel to every remote tribe in the world. Obviously, Rachel did not inherit her religious beliefs from her father. No less than 28 Indian tribes in Brazil were currently being ministered to by World Tribes missionaries, and at least 10 in Bolivia. Another 300 in the rest of the world, because their target tribes were secluded and detached from modern civilization. The missionaries received exhaustive training in survival, wilderness living, language, and medical skills. Just read, just read, just read with great interest a story written by a missionary who had spent 7 years living in a lean-to in a jungle, trying to learn enough of the primitive tribes' language to communicate. The Indians had little to do with him. He was after all a white man from Missouri would backpack into their village with a vocabulary limit to hello and thank you. If he needed a table, he built one. If he needed food, he killed it. 5 years passed before the Indians began to trust him. He was well into his 6th year before he told his first Bible story. He was trained to be patient, to build relationships, learn language and culture, and slowly, very slowly, begin to teach the Bible. The tribe had little contact with the outside world. Life had hardly changed in 1,000 years. What kind of person could possess enough faith and commitment to forsake modern society and enter such as prehistoric world? The missionary wrote that the Indians did not accept him until they realized he wasn't living. He had chosen to live with them forever. He loved them and wanted to be one of them. So Rachel lived in a hut or a lean-to, and slept on a bed she'd built herself, and cooked over a fire, and ate food she'd ground or trimmed and killed, and told Bible stories to the children and the gospel to the adults, and knew nothing and certainly cared nothing for the events and worries and pressure of the world. She was very content. Her faith sustained her. It seemed almost cruel to bother her. Durban read the same materials and said, "We may never find her, No phones, no electricity. How? You have to hike through the mountains to get to get to these people. We have no choice, Josh said. Have we contact war tribes later today? What do you tell them? I don't know, but you don't tell them you're looking for one of their missionaries because he's just inherited $11 billion. $11 billion tax. There will be a nice sum left over. So what do you tell them? We tell them there's a pressing legal matter. It's quite urgent and we must speak to Rachel face to face. One of the fax machines on board began humming and the memos started. The first was from Joe's secretary with a list of the morning calls, almost all of from attorneys for the Palantirs. Two were from reporters. The associates were reporting in with preliminary research on various aspects of applicable Virginia law. With each page that Josh and Durban read, old Troy's hastily scrawled testament got stronger and stronger. Lunch was light sandwich and fruit, again served by the stewardess, who kept to the rear of the cabin and managed to appear only when their coffee cups were empty. They landed in Jackson Hole in clear weather, with heavy snow slowed to the sides of the runway. They stepped off the plane, walked 80 feet and climbed onto a Sikorsky S-76C, Troy's favorite helicopter. 10 minutes later they were hovering over his beloved ranch. A stiff wind bounced the chopper, and Durban turned pale. Joe slid open a door slowly and quite nervously, and a sharp wind blazed him in the face. The pilot circled at 2,000 feet while Josh emptied at us from a small black urn. The wind instantly blew them in a direction so that Troy's remains vanished long before they hit the snow. When urn was empty, Josh retracted his frozen arm and hand and shut the door. The house was technically a long cabin with enough massive timber to give the appearance of something rustic. But at 11,000 square feet, it was anything but a cabin. Troy had bought it. From an actor whose career went south. A butler in corduroy took their bags and a maid fixed their coffee. Durban admired the stuffed game hanging from the walls while Josh called the office. A fire roared in the fireplace, and the cook asked what they want for dinner. The associate's name was Montgomery, a 4-year man who'd been handpicked by Mr. Stafford.